Just when we thought Spurs were being ruthless, a different team, a different club, a different attitude. Are Spurs going back into the same old Spurs? Are we asking too much for a striker? Are we pricing Richarlison out of a move away? We will get into that story next, as well as stories about Nicolas Jackson, Savinho again, and ending on some good news with Micky van der Ven. Before we get into it, guys, please do me the absolute honour of liking the stream, subscribing to the channel, and hitting that bell notification so you know when all of my content is about to drop. It is all totally and utterly free. Guys, let's get into the stories, and we will start with Richarlison. And it looks like Tottenham could be pricing him out of a move. Tottenham are understood to be looking for an offer of more than 15 million before they will even begin discussions over the sale of Richarlison this summer. Despite ongoing speculation surrounding the Brazilian's future, Spurs are not prepared to let him leave on the cheap and have set their valuation above the £15 million mark before entertaining any negotiations. With the transfer window still open, it remains to be seen whether any club is willing to meet Tottenham's demands. For me, this is absolutely crazy. We are desperate to revamp that strike force. It is the worst in the Premier League, bar none. And for me, one of the strikers has to leave, whether it's Richarlison or Solanke, ideally both, but one of them has to leave this summer. Richarlison looks like the more likely to go, but are Spurs pricing him out of a move? Surely 15 million is a great deal. Get him out of the club. Let's get someone else in. I accept 12 Premier League goals last season. He is worth a bit of money, but Spurs, don't do it. Please do not price him out of a move. We cannot have Richarlison and Solanke as our front two next season. Let's hope Spurs learn their lessons of the past and don't ask for too much money. We need to be brutal. We need to be ruthless. And these players have to leave. And if we get a little bit less than expected, for me, that's absolutely fine. Guys, drop a comment. Let me know what you think about Richarlison. Whether you think 15 million is a good deal, or would you be asking more? Would you be asking for 25, 30 million, 20 million? I don't know. Guys, for me, I just want him gone. I don't care how much it is. But if we price him out of a move and we're stuck with him next season, for me, that's an absolute disaster. After the window that we've had, we cannot be keeping these two strikers, surely. I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think. Let's get into the Nicolas Jackson story because this broke earlier on and it was ended within seconds, but it's worth bringing it to you again. And it is Tottenham Hotspur were apparently interested in Nicolas Jackson. Chelsea value him at £65 million. Panic stations all around the Tottenham fan base. The meltdown nearly started. Didn't quite have time to start because as quickly as he was linked, Tottenham come out and said, or lots of ITKs come out and said, no interest at all. There was no interest in Nicolas Jackson. Thank the Lord. If we got Nicolas Jackson, I think I'd rather keep Richarlison than have Nicolas Jackson. That's my thoughts, guys. But let me know what you think. Some of you may actually rate him out now. But for me, absolutely no way. I wouldn't want him anywhere near the club. So good riddance. And I'm happy about that. Let's hope we don't end up buying him. He certainly wouldn't be a bomber, would he? The next story is regarding Savinho and Pedro Neto. And Pedro Neto has been linked with Spurs as well this summer. But more on the Pedro Neto and Savinho. Tottenham would consider Pedro Neto if Savinho deal won't happen, but Savinho remains a top priority. Man City in contact with Pedro's agent. Nobody said to Chelsea or official club-to-club talks as yet. This is a weird one. Right? It comes from Fabrizio Romano, so it was quite a valuable source, but it feels like Man City are playing Tottenham a little bit. Do they really want Neto, or is it one of these that I don't know? Maybe they're going in for Neto, not really wanting him, or maybe they actually do want him, and once they get him, they will release Savinho to us. I don't know, guys. It feels a bit weird, if I'm honest. But let me know what you think in the chat. Neto to Spurs, Neto to City, Savinho to Spurs, Savinho to Chelsea. I don't know what's going on there. It just feels like teams are playing, they're just going off against each other, and I'm not here for it personally. But guys, let me know what you think in the chat. And we will end on a bit of good news for Spurs, and it is this beautiful man with that beautiful trophy, Micky van der Ven. Breaking Micky van der Ven. Micky van der Ven will sign a new contract and should be announced this Friday. He will become the highest paid player at Tottenham. I'm just going to leave that picture on there just for a little bit longer because it is a beautiful thing. That trophy at night, Micky van der Ven's clearance off the line. Listen, I know he didn't have the best season last year. I know that maybe he upset a few people because he had a few issues, falling out with Frank, maybe ignoring him on the pitch. And, sometimes it looked like he was fed up on that pitch, but you would, wouldn't you? You're 17th, you're playing terribly, and the club is falling like a stone, and there's nothing you can do about it. For me, I am delighted that Micky van der Ven has signed a new contract. Good for him that he's gonna be the highest paid player at the club, 'cause it wasn't so long ago that he was our best player and he was probably the lowest paid player at the club. So absolutely delighted for Micky van der Ven. Congratulations to him, and I cannot wait to see him and Van Heck as that centre back partnership next season. And don't forget, we got Senesi there as well to come in if needed. Maybe we will play with a three at the back. Who knows? Or maybe Van der Ven will push to left back. We have options now defensively. I have to say, defensively, I think we look really strong going into next season. Midfield, we look really strong as well, being greedy. And we still have another number 10. It is those forward areas that we are desperate to improve, and we cannot keep hold of Richarlison. If we can get 10,000,000, 12,000,000 for Richarlison, I would absolutely bite your hand off. But guys, let me know what you think about Van der Ven. Great news to see him signing a new contract, which will be announced on Friday. I'm taking it that's not the bomber. I hope not. Let me know what you think about Van der Ven. Let me know what you think about Richarlison. Would you just get rid of him? Let me know what you think about the Jackson links. Ended very quickly. And Savinho and Neto. Would you take either? Would you take both? Which one of the two out of them would you like the most? Guys, drop a comment. Let me know your thoughts. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And as always, come on, you Spurs.